The case overview. This case revolves around payments made during Trump's 2016 presidential campaign to suppress allegations that could harm his candidacy. Specifically, the payments were allegedly made to adult film star Stormy Daniels in exchange for her silence about an alleged affair. Prosecutors argue these payments were aimed at protecting Trump's image ahead of the election. The case has highlighted the gray areas in campaign finance laws and their enforcement. It's a story that has captured national and international attention alike.
Welcome to USA Updates, your go-to channel for latest news, trends, and insights from across the United States. Stay informed and up to date with everything happening around the nation. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates.
Trump's alleged role. Prosecutors claim that Donald Trump was personally involved in orchestrating the payments. They argue he directed his team to ensure these allegations never came to light during the election. This raises serious concerns about whether his actions constituted a violation of campaign finance laws. Trump has denied these claims, asserting that the payments were personal and unrelated to his campaign. The case brings up the broader issue of how far candidates go to protect their public image. The charges against Trump faced charges of falsifying business records to conceal the payments made to Stormy Daniels. According to prosecutors, these payments were recorded as legal expenses, raising suspicions of fraud. In New York, falsifying business records under certain conditions can lead to felony charges. These charges are significant as they could have long-term implications for Trump's legal and political future. Critics see this as an example of how the powerful sometimes manipulate the system to avoid accountability. The key witness, Michael Cohen, Trump's former personal attorney, played a pivotal role in this case. Cohen testified that he arranged the payments at Trump's direct instruction, making him a key witness. However, Cohen's credibility has been questioned due to his criminal convictions, including lying to Congress. His testimony added drama and controversy, with many debating how reliable it really was. Still, Cohen's insights offered an inside look into Trump's alleged decision-making process. Trump's defense argument. Trump's legal team presented a strong defense, claiming the payments were personal and unrelated to the election. They argued that Trump wanted to avoid embarrassing his family and was not trying to influence voters. His lawyers pointed out that no laws explicitly prohibit such payments outside of campaign contexts. They also emphasized Trump's consistent denial of any wrongdoing in this matter. This line of defense resonated strongly with Trump supporters, who viewed the case as politically motivated. The sentencing decision, in a surprising turn of events, the judge granted Trump an unconditional discharge. This means Trump will face no punishment for the charges brought against him in this case. The decision has sparked outrage among critics who see it as a failure of justice. Supporters, however, celebrate it as proof that the allegations were baseless or overblown. The outcome has fueled debates about how political figures are treated in the justice system. The judge justification. The judge explained the decision by citing respect for the office of the presidency as a key factor. This reasoning has drawn both praise and criticism, depending on one's political perspective. Supporters argue it shows reverence for the democratic process and its leaders. Critics, however, believe it sets a dangerous precedent where powerful individuals are above the law. The justification has become a focal point of the controversy surrounding this ruling. The political fallout. The decision has had immediate political repercussions, with both sides reacting strongly. Trump supporters have framed the ruling as a victory for justice and proof of his innocence. Meanwhile, critics see it as yet another example of the wealthy and influential escaping accountability. The ruling has intensified the partisan divide, with both sides using it to bolster their narratives. It's clear this case will remain a talking point in political debates for months to come. Media reactions, media coverage of the case has been as divided as the political landscape itself. Conservative outlets have celebrated the decision as vindication for Trump, framing it as justice served. On the other hand, liberal media has criticized the ruling, calling it a failure of accountability. This polarization has highlighted the media's role in shaping public opinion on such high-profile cases. The coverage also raises questions about how news outlets influence the justice system's perception. Public opinion, the public's reaction has been a mix of outrage, celebration, and confusion, reflecting the country's deep divisions. Social media platforms are flooded with hashtags like Trump case and no justice, each amplifying different perspectives. While Trump supporters see this as proof of his innocence, critics feel it undermines trust in the justice system. The case has become a lightning rod for debates about fairness and privilege in America. It's a prime example of how public opinion is shaped by political affiliation. Trump's reaction after the ruling. Trump released a statement calling the case a witch hunt and thanked his loyal supporters. He emphasized that this was part of a broader effort to undermine him politically and silence his voice. Trump framed the decision as proof that he has been unfairly targeted by the justice system. His words have further energized his base, who see him as a fighter against a biased establishment. This reaction has amplified the case's significance as Trump heads into the 2024 campaign. Impact on Trump's 2024 campaign. This ruling could have far-reaching effects on Trump's campaign for the 2024 presidential election. Supporters believe the decision strengthens his position by eliminating one legal hurdle and reinforcing his image as a victim of political bias. Critics, however, argue that the case raises serious ethical concerns that voters shouldn't ignore. Trump's ability to turn legal challenges into political advantages makes this case especially impactful. As the election draws closer, this case will likely remain a key talking point. The bigger picture, this case highlights the complex relationship between politics, law, and power in the United States. It raises fundamental questions about how former presidents are held accountable for their actions. Critics argue that this outcome shows a lack of justice for those in positions of privilege. Supporters, however, see it as proof that the justice system can rise above partisan politics. The case implications extend far beyond Trump, touching on the very foundation of American democracy. The role of campaign finance laws. This case has exposed significant loopholes in America's campaign finance laws. Critics argue that the current system allows candidates to exploit legal gray areas for personal gain. Experts are calling for reforms to ensure transparency and prevent similar controversies in future elections. The case raises questions about whether existing laws are sufficient to address modern political challenges. This debate has become central to the broader discussion about fairness in elections. Trump's legal troubles aren't over. Although Trump avoided punishment in this case, his legal battles are far from over.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates.